there are two things which Rishimunis or saints. Some saint is walking and going. They usually don't stay in one place. Usually they go on moving. Some saints or sages of the ancient times, because they wanted to explore nature in every possible way. Walk, whatever means they can have. Carts, horses, this, that, whatever is available. Plus, sitting in a cave or somewhere, they could reach any place. The place reaching is by mind. Dissolve the mind and you become the cosmic mind. So your mind, wherever your mind is there, you have access to all things where your mind is there. Now my mind is up to here. I can't know what is happening in Sharda Foundation there. Now suppose my mind can reach all the places and I remove the blinkers that I have put on my senses. My senses also I offer into the Prakriti, and all senses become the cosmic senses. There is nothing to be hidden. You can know anything, anywhere by sitting one place. Not only, if you read this one, you will know, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It's called Sanyama. Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi is called Sanyama. Sanyama on a particular thing will reveal, will give you certain powers. You can try. If you do Sanyama on air, nobody can see you. You are there only. You will not be visible. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. On air you will meditate. No, you meditate. Dharana, you do the dharana on air, just like I meditate on Sri Ramakrishna. On what object you are going to do the Sanyama? So Dhyana, Dharana, Samadhi, if you do that, you have become air now. You have acquired the property of air. And nobody can see you. You are sitting there amidst all people. You are transparent now. Like that, so many siddhis are there in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The third chapter belongs to that. So, like that, the Rishi Munis had the powers to see the whole world, whole cosmic existence. The cosmic egg also they can see, entire. All the 14 lokas they can see. Anything. Because of not only Earth, solar system, what all they could, now scientists have recently found out, the sages of the ancient time, somehow they had a link to the far off stars. They could have access to the nearest star is the sun. And so many planets, the solar system, and imagine we cannot reach even Pluto. Such a far off sun and unimaginable. But they could have access. Some of the research means practically they have done certain places, certain things, which aim at a 6 places or so on the earth. They have a common point, it is pointing to a star, from where they had access to something is there, perhaps the life is there or something like that they are trying to, but they cannot have access yet, because Manovega they have not been able to attain. They have to go with some instruments only. So, by thought, to dissolve the mind in the cosmic mind and know everything of where is what. And the next thing is, so they could know certain places where God is shining, is palpably felt. Oh, let me go and see there how it is. Spiritual vibrations are like fountain, it is coming out. The divine they can perceive physically. So such places, they, while going, they accidentally must have come across. How many places we searched for this ashrama? So many places we went. The moment we go, we have to, immediately there is rejection. No, not this place, not this place. When we came here, who were there? Yaridru first time bandaga? Nobody here. Mataji was there. Me. Inyaru. Sumatamma. Vinod uncle. Vinod uncle must have been there. So, the moment we entered inside, thick forest, we had to park the car outside and like old Sharda Foundation, we had to get down. The 10 feet we have filled at the gate. We had to get down, climb up. One small shaven place was there, Holy Mother Rock, near Holy Mother Rock. There we sat and the entering itself, yes, this is the place, this is the place. How did we get that? The spiritual vibrations immediately calm down. We are running about in search of place. Our mind, state of mind is on the search. What is available, where is available? What facilities are there, how we can build, how can up and downs, this hilly region full of thorns and this one. You cannot penetrate also, enter into, know what is inside. Now in that condition, the moment you enter and sit in some place, it is making the whole system tranquil. Sattva manifests first. Sattva, Rajas, Tamasa. Tomorrow I will take up the class. In matter, in mind, and in life. The three entities in this universe, in the created, one is matter, one is mind. Behind the mind is the intellect, its master, boss, intellect. And then in front of it, it has the instruments, sense organs, organs of action and sense organs. These organs. So you will see these things. That is, your mind, matter, and life. These three entities in the universe, mind, matter, and life. Remember? Mind becomes tranquil. The matter doesn't become tranquil. Matter also has Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. What predominates? Suppose there is a volcano. Volcano is showing the Rajas. What the volcano flows out, the light that is emitting in the sky and all, it is showing Sattva. It is flowing and becoming a solid rock on the other side, it's showing Tamas. Tree standing without life, dead matter, showing Tamas. River has frozen river, Tamas. Flowing river, Rajas. Rainfall, Sattva. You see, in matter also there is sattva, raja, tamas. In mind also sattva, raja, tamas is there. The sattva aspect you will see glowing. Sattva is glowing. Then it's a sure sign that the divinity is manifesting there. Somebody must have done tapasya here sometime, thousands of years back, and realized God. To Thakur to come and sit here, and then Holy Mother's relics, mother feet dust, everything to come here and settle down. Somebody must have realized God in some age, sometime. That vibrations, like that, when the sages are moving about, or with the intention, how can I see the divinity here? In what way I can see? So in search of that, in meditation they get I am there in Rameshwaram, place is there. So they go and physically they may go, or they can go in astral path, like Sri Ramakrishna used to go, witness everything and come. Or sitting here, he can witness. Then they will see the amount of divinity that is being radiated. These are the natural places where the Dvadasha Shivlingas, all these are natural places. It is not Swayambhu, all these are called Swayambhu. By itself it is there, manifestation of divinity. These are the pilgrimage centers. Then association, by association it has become a pilgrimage center, like Thakur's Dakshineshwar. So many places are there associated with saints. Then there are places which we do, like a temple somebody has built, ISKCON, and thousands of people start flowing there because of some greatness, some attractive things. And the people who go, they invoke the God there. God is compelled to come when thousands of people together pay obeisance. And then they feel their faith makes God to present Himself there. This is the third type of pilgrimage center.